Hi guys, welcome back to the Resinator. As you can see on my desk I have 2 coaster moulds and a thermometer, so that can only mean I'm going to be doing blooms today. So I've already mixed my resin and I've put it through the debubbling machine for 2 reasons. One, it gives it more time to heat up, and 2, obviously it gets rid of all of the bubbles. The resin I'm using today is Nic Pro, which I always find gives me really good blooms, so that's why I tend to use this. I'm just going to check the temperature. See, that's 36 already, so this is good to go. That one should be the same. Yep. So let's clean my thermometer up, turn that off. And first things first, separate a little bit out for my white. And then the rest of it is going to go in these moulds. Might even have enough to do more than 2, but I wanted to use this Nic Pro up because I've got some more resin coming tomorrow and there was only a little bit of this left and I need the room, frankly. So that's that one done. Already got an eyelash or something in that one, so that's not good. I'll clean these out with tape as well. There we go, got it. I want to leave enough to be able to put a backing on these, and I do have enough for another one, so I'm just going to do a third. And I've left myself a little tiny bit of clear there just in case I don't have enough white. Okie dokie, so first things first, let's make sure that any bubbles around these edges are out. Come on you, thank you. So I'm just going all the way around the outside of the mould with a silicone tool. And then once I've moved any bubbles into the middle, I can then get them there we go. Okie dokie, so I'm going to drop the inks now and then they can spread while I am mixing my white. So I want to do blue, so I'm going to go all the way around the outside of the mould with blue ink. This is, and I'll tell you in just a sec, this is Monsoon by Ranger. Oh, I actually wanted a blue as close to denim as I could get, and Ranger make a denim coloured ink, but I couldn't get hold of it and this was the closest, so Monsoon it is. But it's a really nice shade of blue anyway. I wanted a moody blue. And then I'm going to put purple in the centre. I'm not going to put anything else in the centre, just ink. I didn't want 3 there, but I guess I'm going to have to go with 3 in all of them now. 2, 3. And I'm just going to let all that move while I'm mixing my white. Let's clean up some mess. The colours are going to move into the centre, so I may need to add a bit more ink, a bit more of the blue, but let's wait and see how far it moves. Right, so time to mix my white. I'm going to be using Lamino resin dye paste, So I'm just gonna add it bit by bit, because we want this to be like skimmed milk. And I am going to add a tiny bit of mica powder just to give it a little bit of sheen. I've changed to this resin paste because my other one isn't mixing in very well and leaving blotchy bits of white in my projects. So this is the first time I've ever used this for a bloom. Okay, I actually think that's probably enough of the paste, especially because I'm going to be putting in some of this About mica powder in diamond white, but only, like I said, only a tiny bit, because I just want a little bit of sheen. So that will do. This white is pretty much ready, so I'm going to add it to the piping bag because it will stay warm in there for a little while longer. Again, clean up some mess. You can see the colours pull into the middle now, so I'm not going to add any more purple, but I probably will add some more blue. But I just want to get my piping bag pushed down. There we go. Now somewhere I've got a peg. There's my little pot with my little bits and pieces in. So I use these little tiny pegs to peg it closed, and I've already cut the excess off of there, so I'm going to leave that there for a minute. That is still really nice and warm while I go back in with some blue. Now I'm just going to let those inks spread again for a minute or so, and then I'll be back for the next stage. These inks have spread a little bit more now, so I'm now going to go in and give them a stir. So this technique I saw in a video by Fire Girl Handmade by Wendy, and I'll put a link to her channel in the description. I don't normally swirl my colours, but she swirled hers and actually used this colour combination, and her result was incredible. So that's why I'm giving it a go. So I'm going around the outside, and then I'm just going to go in and in and into the middle. And then I'm going to do the same for the other two. Oh, didn't want to blob that there. Never mind. I love these moody colours. Okay, so now it's time for the white. Now I want to cut a really small hole. Yeah, that's small enough. And we're just going to do a spiral from the centre to the outside, quite close together as well. I've got a massive bubble there and he doesn't want to go. There we go. That was persistent. In fact, I've got a couple of bubbles, so I'm going to get on with drawing my petals in and then I'll torch it all. So I'm just going to go out and in to the centre. And repeat for the other two. And I'm wiping the end of my silicone brush off after each go so we don't get too many blobs. I really hope these come out because I do love this colour combination. Oh, I went a bit deep there, but I didn't touch the bottom of my mould. And then I'm just going to pull these end ones out. Try and make the ends a little bit more pointy. Not going all the way in, I'm really just pulling the last line of white out to a point. Just gonna swirl the middles again. Hopefully I haven't overdone that now. And now I'm just gonna try and get rid of some of these bubbles. Okay, well, it seems to be moving. So this one looks a bit wonky. But you know, that was the bonus one. So I'm going to keep an eye on these now, and then once they're cured I'll come back and show you. I'm probably going to back them with a pale blue, but I'm not sure yet. So I'll see you back for the next stage. These are all ready for the top coat now. Well, back coat I should say. I'm slightly worried because I'm not sure that they've bloomed very well, but let's just carry on. We've got this far, let's just carry on. So I want to back them with a nice pale blue. So I'm going to start off with some white. And in that white I'm going to add a little bit of blue mica powder. So I don't want it too dark, so I'm just going to start off with 1 spoon. May have to add more white back into it. This is allegedly turquoise. It's not very turquoisey, I don't think, but it's the colour that seems to go with what I've already got made up here. So and hopefully I've made up enough. I wonder whether I should just put a tiny bit more in there. Just a little bit. I'm not sure about that. Maybe 1 drop of the monsoon. Okay, I like that a bit better now. You might not be able to tell that it's changed that much on camera, but it's less of a baby blue now, I think. So I'm going to clear myself some space and pray that I've made enough. Bring these a bit nearer and split this as equally as I can between the 3 of these coasters. Ooh, that one I went a bit overboard with. That one's good, don't need any more in there. I think this one's okay. That one I put a little bit too much in, so I might just try with a smaller stick just to take a tiny bit out. I'm not going to tempt fate any more than that. Okay, so just keeping an eye out for bubbles. Okay, I definitely put too much in that. I'm going to have to scrape that, I think. Let's just take a little bit of that off. The rest of it will self-level, and then I can clean up the rest of my mess. Right, keep an eye on these and I will see you back for the demould. It's time to demould these now, so let's have a look. I'm not convinced that they've actually bloomed, but if they haven't, they haven't. As you can see, this is the one that I over poured, that I scraped some off, and it's come out just fine. So, well, it might have been this one actually. Got some little bits that will need to come off with my deburring tool. So let's have a look. Oh, I like that. That has bloomed. Not as much as I would like, but it has bloomed. Next time I don't think I'll go in with the second lot of blue. That hasn't bloomed as much as that one, but I like it. I do like the colour combination. Unfortunately, this mould has got a scratch in it and it's come out on the finished piece, but I could top that if I wanted to. But so yeah, that one is probably the one that's moved the least. So let's bring them up. This is the one that isn't as good. It's a bit wonky as well. I don't know if you can see the scratches on there. It's a shame, but a top coat would sort that out. And then here's the next one. Again, this one's moved a little bit more than the first one. Maybe I need to make the white a little bit, pipe it a bit thicker. You can see the little bit of sparkle from that diamond white that I put in the white, and this one did move. I'm really happy with that. You can still see the purple in the middle. So yeah, on the whole, I'm pretty happy with those. They're not my best blooms. I'm not keen on piping, I'm not going to lie. I think if I do blooms again, I'll stick to the ones where I freehand, like these. These were my last ones that I did. But not a complete fail. I wouldn't say it's a complete success, but they're not a complete fail either. But I do love the colours. I love that monsoon blue from Ranger. Anyway, if you like what I'm doing, please pop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It's a couple of little clicks, it's free, and it really helps me grow the channel. Thank you to everyone that's bought from my Etsy store, give me super thanks and bought me coffees. Everything that comes in from those goes straight back into the channel and keeps me doing what I love, which is crafting and making these videos for you guys. Links to everything that I've used in this video will be down in the description, along with discount codes and details of the various companies that I'm affiliated with. And all that's left to say is thank you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Take care guys. Bye.